Okay, The Shawshank Redemption. This is one of those movies that just sticks with you long after the credits roll. Based on a Stephen King novella, it's all about hope, redemption, and some seriously deep friendships in the least likely place, prison. Alright, here we go. So, it starts in 1947 with this quiet banker, Andy Dufresne, played by Tim Robbins, who's convicted of killing his wife and her lover. Even though Andy's all calm and swears up and down he's innocent, the jury's not buying it, so off to Shawshank prison he goes with 2 life sentences hanging over him. Now, Shawshank is grim. It's not the kind of place where you expect to make lifelong friends or find redemption, but Andy, well, he's not your typical inmate. He keeps to himself at first, kind of stiff, but eventually, he catches the eye of Red, played by the amazing Morgan Freeman, who's the prison's go-to guy if you need something, cigarettes, a rock hammer, whatever. Red's been in Shawshank for decades and knows the ropes, so when Andy asks him for a little rock hammer to carve some stones, Red's like, what's this guy up to? But he helps him out anyway. At first, Andy has a rough time. The guards are brutal, and this gang called the Sisters? Yeah, they make his life a living hell for a while. But slowly, Andy starts finding his place. There's this moment when he offers to help one of the guards, Hadley, with a tax problem, classic banker move, and boom, Andy's got a job doing the guard's finances. This is when his situation starts to shift. But here's where it gets deep. Andy isn't just surviving Shawshank, he's transforming it from the inside out. He convinces the warden to let him fix up the prison library, and over the years, he writes tons of letters asking for donations. Eventually, he gets books, records, and even funds to expand the library. Oh, and there's this incredible scene where Andy plays an opera record over the prison's PA system. The whole prison just stops, like for a few minutes, the walls and bars disappear, and everyone remembers what freedom feels like. Red, narrating, because Red's voice is all through the movie, like he's your wise old guide, says they felt free in that moment, even if they were still locked up. But of course, Shawshank isn't about to let Andy off easy. The warden is corrupt as hell, using Andy to launder money through various schemes. Meanwhile, Andy just keeps working, quietly plotting in his own brilliant way. There's this young guy, Tommy, who comes to Shawshank and drops a bombshell. He met a guy who actually confessed to killing Andy's wife. Finally, a chance for Andy to get out, right? Wrong. The warden shuts it down and has Tommy killed to protect his little empire. This is the moment Andy realizes there's no justice coming from the system. If he wants out, he has to take matters into his own hands. And here's where it gets epic. For 19 years, Andy's been quietly tunneling his way out of Shawshank, using that tiny rock hammer Red got him. He hides the tunnel behind a poster of Rita Hayworth and later Raquel Welch. The night he escapes? It's legendary. He crawls through a sewage pipe, like literal crap, for 500 yards to freedom. And the best part? He doesn't just escape. He exposes the warden's corruption, sending the guy into a total tailspin. By the time the authorities show up, the warden takes the easy way out rather than face justice. The last moments of the film are so satisfying. Red, who's been narrating this whole journey, finally gets parole. At first, he struggles, thinking life outside of prison might be worse than the walls he's known for so long. But then, he remembers Andy. You see, Andy had always talked about this little place in Mexico, Zihuatanejo, where he dreamed of going one day. And sure enough, Red finds a note from Andy, inviting him to join him there. The final shot? It's beautiful, Andy and Red, reunited on a sun-drenched beach, free at last. It's this perfect mix of triumph, friendship, and hope. And really, at its core, The Shawshank Redemption is about how, no matter how bad things get, you can't let the world beat the hope out of you. As Red says, get busy living, or get busy dying. Man, it just hits every time.